Welcome to MacGyver's Workshop, where you never know what we're going to be working on next. If you're not too careful, you just might learn something.
Hi there, and welcome to MacGyver's Workshop, where you never know what we're going to be working on next, and if you're not too careful, you just might learn something. Well, today, as you can see, I'm not in the workshop, but I got a very, very special video series coming at you here. I am at a friend of mine's house, and we're going to take a trip back in time. Imagine yourself in 1964. We hadn't been to the moon yet. Horsepower wars are in full swing, and Mustang 64 and a half just came out, and Mercury, you know, Ford's half-sister, step-sister, whatever you want to call it, they didn't want to be left behind, so they came out, they took their Mercury Comet and added a trim package and called it the Cyclone. So in 64 it was a Mercury Comet Cyclone. And I think in 65 they actually, I think, may have made a Mercury Cyclone, but anyway, for this video's purposes, it's actually a Mercury Comet Cyclone. And this particular package is very unique. This car was kind of positioned to compete with like your Chevy Impalas and mid-size. You know, it wasn't really a pony car because it wasn't quite that small like the Mustang was, but it had the K-code 289 in it. And another interesting feature of it was this is a car that had actual dash-mounted tachometer. So this car meant business, and they meant it to race. So now I'm going to introduce you to the car's owner here. His name's Wade Hunter, and this is gonna kind of be like a barn find, if you will, because you know, the car was passed down to him. His father bought it brand new, and the car's been put up for like 30 some odd years, and you know, he wants to kind of pull it out of the ashes, if you will, and bring her back to life. So gentleman's name, Wade Hunter. Come on out here and introduce yourself, and let's talk about this car.
How you doing, buddy?
Man, if I was any better, I'd be twins. And you have a scary thought?
That is a scary thought, Mike.
All right, so what can you tell us about this ride?
Well, it's like you pretty much covered a minute ago. You know, it's a 64 Cyclone. Actually, the way it was passed down to me, it was my father's best friend who bought it brand new off the line in 64. His name was Clyde Wilson out of Springfield, Tennessee.
Okay.
And
I stand correct.
Yes. Clyde passed away in 84, and Pauline, which was his wife, had moved back to East Tennessee. Well, she couldn't stand the thought of the car just sitting in the garage, and her son moved it outside, and that just drove her crazy because it was Clyde's baby. He loved it from day one. It stayed inside a garage all its life.
And that's the death of a car.
That's the death of the car. So she called us because Dad ever told her, if you ever go to get rid of the car, to let us know. So she called us. We drove to East Tennessee, picked it up. She wouldn't even let us pay her for it. She just said, take care of it, keep it in the family. That's all she asked of it. Sweet. So we loaded on a trailer, and a funny story about that. We're coming down and get off at 109 up in Gallatin, and a guy gets off the interstate and follows us all the way about 40 miles to our house here. And we pull in the driveway on the trailer with it, and this gentleman gets out and trying to buy this car off of us. Trying to tell him it's not for sale, but he wouldn't take no for an answer, but finally he had to because it wasn't for sale.
Right.
And so at that point, I drove it off the trailer, and, well, as y'all are about to see, drove it and backed it into the barn, and it's been sitting in there for about 34, 34, 35 years.
Woo.
I was young, raising a family, didn't have a lot of money, so I thought, you know, and which many of us have probably done in the past. Oh, I'm gonna have that done in the next couple of years. Well, 34 years has gone by, and now it's finally getting done. So,
Well, let's take a walk.
let's take a walk.
Take a walk down there, and let's go have a look-see at it.
Well, I'll show you all about it.
So where we're at is in the scenic little town of Goodlettsville, Tennessee. And, you know, those of y'all who know me, I'm what they call down here a damn Yankee. And that means I'm from up north. I was born where they shot The Sopranos, and I was raised where they filmed or set Boardwalk Empire. Interesting coincidence there. But anyway, I moved here, came here, and I stayed. And I think it was a good choice. But beautiful, beautiful country. Not quite as cold and not quite as hot. So I love it here. Thankfully, my mother was from the South, so that's why they haven't killed me yet here. So. But there's not many places left in the world or in the country where you can see stuff like this. You know, this is God's country. Where you got it at? In this barn over here?
Yeah, right over here in the shed.
Ah.
That's where she'll do. Everything took me ain't moved in 34 years, as you're about to see.
Oh, yeah.
Scary part too is I haven't been this far in probably the last 10 years, so we're both going to kind of see something new, I guess, because I haven't been over here in about 10 years.
Good God.
Well, I've been here, but not to the barn.
I got you.
There she sits. Wow, we're going to have to move some stuff.
You gotta get William out here to get some tires on.
Yeah, we're going to have to move a few things to get to get some things out.
Oh, good Lord have mercy. Oh, ain't she pretty? Yeah, but you know what? I've seen a lot worse.
Wait till you open the door on this thing. Well, I'm assuming because, like I said, it's been a few years since I've been out here. But this thing used to open and close just like a brand new one. I'll let you open it up. It's a time capsule opening up.
Oh, I'll bet. Wow, the hinges are still tight.
If I'm not mistaken, you'll have to look and see. Those miles on it are original. I can't remember if it's like 20-something thousand or 30-something thousand is all the miles she's got on her. If you can read it, like I said, I can't. It's been so many years since I've been in here, I can't.
Wow, the interior is like almost perfect. Trying to read it. 39,000 miles. Wow.
39,000.
Yeah. Good gracious God Almighty. Yeah, one crack on the dash. And of course a headliner, but that's to be expected.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that crack on the dash, but yeah, I guess she has got one on there, don't she?
Mm-hmm. Here's that. See if you can come around here and get a look inside. You can see that that's a dash mounted tack. That comes from the factory like that.
Yep.
It's got some console in there. Wow. That is pretty.
This car was originally supposed to have been I think it was going to be a stick shift, but he ordered it with the automatic so that Pauline, if she ever wanted to drive it, could. Because I heard this story from him. And Pauline never drove it one time. You know, she just...
Oh, wow.
See what I'm talking about, the way the door? I mean, it's...
Yeah, its hinges are still nice and tight.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you get rid of that?
Yeah, it's ready. Well, like I said, it's been a couple of years. Here. Now, what I can tell you about this is,
This is where I come in.
I took the carburetor off of it because it had been sitting, and a friend of mine worked for Holly, because it's an original factory Holly that came on it.
Right.
And I sent it off to Holly. I remember, there again, I guess just being the normal guy, it's going to be a future project. I put the carburetor somewhere. It's still wrapped in plastic from Holly. It had been totally redone. And I've got to locate it. I can't remember where I put it. If it's in the big garage or little garage, but I've got to find it. It's in a box wrapped in plastic, so.
Well, we got a long way to go before we get to.
Yeah, that's the only thing
carburetor.
I've ever done to this car after I backed it in here and turned it off is because it'd sit for a few years. I took it off because a friend of mine's like, hey, I'll do it free for you. You know, I work at Holly, I'll have it done. So, and I never put it back on.
Wow. The old, that was the windshield washer bottle, wasn't it?
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I guess it's got a few little twigs growing up here and there.
Wow.
Yep.
Open it up, see if it's got the dual point distributor.
That's a good question.
If it's K code, it might. No, single point. That's all
Yep.
right.
Yeah, I guess it was, wasn't it? Yeah. Sure enough.
That's amazing. Wow.
Another way you could always tell, they said, now I don't know because I'm not a car, well, I am a car guy, but I'm not a car historian, was the chrome valve covers
With the,
that come factory on it.
uh-huh.
Maybe it was part of the K code series, I guess, I'm assuming.
Ah, it's still got the old generator on it.
Yes, it does, don't it? Look how big that rascal is.
Oh, yeah.
Look how tiny this radiator is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, the 289, that's all it had.
Yep. You know, in our world today, I'm used to radiators like this, you know, huge.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's amazing. Well, all right.
We had to get a few things moved and get the truck in here to move this rascal out, huh?
Yep. Yep.
So, good thing we know a guy.
Yep, for sure. Well, you could probably, if you get some tires aired up on it, you can probably pull it out with that tractor.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
then-
imagine we could.
Then we could steer it and pull it around and get it to where.
As
it
long
can
as
load
all the brakes ain't froze up on it, because you know back in this, it's all drum brakes all the way around.
it. Yeah.
And you know, notoriously for them sitting, they freeze up and lock up, and well, you know better than I.
Oh yeah, that's true. As long as you didn't set the parking brake.
No, I didn't. Not that I recall. But like I said, that's been 34 years ago.
4 years ago, yeah. Oh, Lord of mercy.
And she's got a lot of dust on her.
Well, dust is fine. Dust can be washed off.
Yep.
No. But I mean, there's not, doesn't appear to be a lot of rod on it.
No, the only bit of rod I have ever saw on it is right there above that one wheel well back there.
Yeah.
And if you look right there, it started getting a little bit of rust above that wheel well. But if you walk around the car, I don't think there's any other rust on it other than right there.
Yeah, it's just been surface rust. Yeah.
Yep. Straight as a pin. I mean, there's hardly any dings or dents in it.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing.
Look how far it's sunk down. Look at the front wheel, how far it's sunk in the ground over the years.
Well, it's just the tires flat.
I thought the metal was actually in the ground on the front one.
No,
No?
not far.
Not far from it though, huh?
Yeah, no, it's close, and the tire is rotten to hell. But
Yeah, these are probably still the same old original tires that were on it when he. Well, they have to be because I've never put tires on it.
yeah,
So it would have to be the old original tires.
wow,
You said it had 39,000 miles?
39,000, yeah.
But you can see the thing about this, these cars did come, you can see some of the other Mercuries like the what do you call it, Catalinas and all that have the chrome trim packages on them.
Oh, the
Well-
Caliente.
Caliente, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, this one was pretty much built to race. That's what it was built
Bare
for.
bones.
It has none of the extra chrome features on it or anything like that. This was built to go out to either the track or your buddies on the weekend and go drag racing. That's what it was built for.
Praise hell, praise
Straight
down.
out of the factory. Yep, that's what it was. Sure enough.
Wow.
And I tell you, I'm so excited about this. You know, my kids are all raised now. All I got is my grandkids to play with. But now she's coming out of the barn to get done, and hopefully me and my wife will have some great memories in it as well.
Well, that's the thing, and you can go to the cruise in on Main Street, and
Yeah.
and that'll be the icing on the cake.
Well, one of the greatest, biggest things for me on this was, I've had so many people over the years try to buy this car, but it just, I don't know. It's just part of the family, and I want to keep it that way.
Well, all right, there you have it. 64 Mercury Comet Cyclone. Like I say, the next installment will be when we pull it out, and stay tuned for that. And if you like the things you see on this channel, please subscribe, and that helps keep the lights on in the workshop and buy the tools and all that kind of stuff. And don't forget to click the little notification bell icon if you want to be notified when I post a new video. And we'll see you next time.